And I started asking her questions to see if she really is reading the book.
She's reading from me.
So she's not just, talking to talk,
I love reading. I love reading.
So
Yeah.
started talking to her and stuff, and sure enough, she was reading the book, and it was all.
It was nice, but I had been there before, so many years ago, and I didn't even, nobody taught me how to meditate. I had a book that had, I don't know if I picked it up from somewhere, but I used to go in a room all by myself and just sit there and meditate. So it just brought me back to where I used to be, and thank you.
You're welcome.
And
But-
thank you.
But also, did you plan the cruise?
No, I wasn't supposed to be on a cruise. So my friend Pat's sister had somebody at the last minute say she couldn't go. But I haven't gone on any cruise, and I was like, I want to go. And she goes, "Are you sure?" And she didn't even ask me because she wasn't sure. She wants to make sure that somebody who they're, if they commit, that they're going to really go, that they're going to pay, that they're going to show up. And I said, I'll go. I'll just ask for the time off. My daughter will stay with her dad, and I'll go. Don't worry. I want to go. I need to get away. So I did it, but I was not supposed to be on the cruise at all. Not at all.
And when this person asked you, was there like strange blue glow and light coming out? Looked beautiful. And did a dove
I
flow
saw the
by? and
opportunity
drop
of
something?
having a nice, relaxing time away from all the stress of one's life.
Was that the question that
No.
you were talking
I
about?
just wanted to see
There
this
could be
universal
something hidden
implication.
there, but no, I hadn't read the book at that time.
Yeah.
So
That's
I went unaware of what was
I sure didn't
waiting for
anticipate.
me.
I figured I was going to go on this cruise, have some fun, dance a little bit, and shoot craps all night long. That's what I wanted to do. I love the craps table.
Well, you shot
that-
craps and see, look what you
Hey,
won.
look at that. And I'm telling you, they were rolling for me, baby.
Well, you roll for both of us because I don't gamble.
So, anyways, we just never stopped talking, time after, day after day, and then she,
Yeah, we just
it's
talk
so
as
much.
He talks more than I do.
Well, that we can believe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that. I'll tell you, this one on the phone. No. It's good. Yeah,
She's on good behavior right
yeah.
now.
Oh.
It's good competition. She might not talk in front of people as much as I do.
I do. I
But
talk
boy,
a
she,
lot.
yeah, she.
I do.
One more time, one more smooch.
That's right.
There we go.
Congratulations.
There we
She loves helping people, and her passion comes through. And no matter what we do, it comes that way. I didn't forget.
Yeah.
Okay, and the reason why I'm talking with Diane on this one here is that she went and got Rusty. Rusty came. They both sat down in the course. We went through another chapter and stuff, and then they said, "Oh man, we got to bring our kids in," and they brought in Holly and Danny, also her daughter and son-in-law, and they all went through the course together. Now, so what I'm going to ask you is nothing that I haven't asked you before, so it's not like it's a surprise to you here. But how has it changed in two ways? One, the communication from you and your husband, because I know you were in a certain state, so if you can just kind of let them know where you started at when we started the course here. And then your communication as far as a family.
Yeah, well, I've got to say, even dealing with Rusty, my husband, I mean, it just opens up the lines of communication. Even though we thought we communicated before, maybe we just communicate at a different level now because we understand. The one thing that I have gotten most out of this was being conscious of the thoughts that you hold and what those thoughts, how one thought leads to another to another. So it's like we both catch each other in our thought processes. And if I say something that's off center, then he brings me back and vice versa. So that's a good thing because he'll go off and I'll say, you know what, listen to what you just said. And it's like, so we catch each other. But the beauty of it is that my daughter in particular is so open to ideas and particularly this program, as I shared with her what it was about, she was just there and ready for it. And her husband, Danny, equally just open and ready. They're like
Mhm.
sponges.
Okay.
And what a great program and process for them to be exposed to at their age. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I had been exposed to this program 30 years ago or, whatever, but the beauty of it too for the four of us is that we can communicate on that level where we call each other, on our stuff if we get off track or off center. It's just been a beautiful process to share among ourselves, and we all know how we're thinking, what we're feeling, and when we need to be corrected and brought back to the program. So it's been beautiful for us. I mean, I love it, and it's something that once you get it, you don't lose it. I mean, you really don't lose it. It's beautiful. Because yes, you can, like you say, get off the energizers, get off the program for a while or whatever and think, oh gee, but you never lose it. There's something drawing you back draws you back to where you want to do the energizers again.
Okay, but let me ask you another question then, because you say that. Now, do you think it would be different if you had taken the course and then not had communication with anybody from the course from that point on? Do you think you would still have the same result? Because we talk on a consistent basis all the time, and we bring up the course, we talk about the course, we
Oh,
talk
yes.
about things in general and different things that have happened and stuff. So you've had a constant, even though we might go a week or something like that without talking, and then when we come back, it's all back again.
Oh yes,
So,
absolutely.
so the question is, do you think that, because that's, especially listening here, the same issue, do you think that's the difference between you knowing now, having that constant awareness of everything? Because you're constantly surrounded.
Oh, yes,
with the
absolutely.
program.
I think if you were isolated with it, it would be, I don't want to say it's more difficult, but it's just so great to be able to share with like-minded people and to have them share with you their experiences, their thoughts, or whatever. It opens up your mind even more when you're sharing with other people. So I think if you were completely isolated and didn't have a community of like-minded people, it would be more difficult to stay on task, I guess.
And we got so much accomplished, so much out, so much stress relieved. It was a wonderful, wonderful course. Amazing. I can't even describe it. Maybe Tim can better. It's not like, gotta do them. Hate them. I think they're fun anyway. You feel better after doing them. Gives you so much more energy. I have not stopped doing them. And when I do meet Bobby and Dean, we don't have anything to do with the course or the program or anything.
You
So
don't
I
have to
find
though, you have a
myself-
connection. You don't have to talk about the course though, that's the beauty.
Right.
It's the connection that you have from the course. See.
And I couldn't imagine my life not doing them. I need to do them, I want to do them, I look forward to doing them. It is no chore. I do it almost twice a day.
Okay, you're a single mother, correct? How about, has this influenced or had any effect between you and the relationship of your children?
Well, we're happier just the three of us living alone.
I didn't ask about that.
Sometimes my daughter will do the exercises with me.
Uh-huh.
I see my son checking my emails, so I think he's like getting a little bit interested in. Well, overall, I'm a happier person.
Mm-hmm.
And still yell and scream and you're out of control, and I hear all the same children mother thing. No, I would say it's more difference with me personally than with the kids and me. They're just kids. I feel different as a parent. They're on their own, they have their own lives. I want them independent.
How old are they?
My son is 18, he's going to be going to University of Florida in the fall, and my daughter is 12.
Okay.
13 years.
14 years, yeah.
I haven't stopped doing mine either. Sometimes it's only once a day instead of twice, but I still do them. But I think what keeps me focused on doing them is I have a mat at the bottom of my bedroom, and that's reserved for it. So that never goes away. I can get by. In fact, I did just get rid of furniture so that I could walk better, rather than get rid of the mat. Because that, I think that makes all the difference. It's like they're calling me, like my bed, you know? I mean, maybe I wouldn't go to sleep if I didn't have my bed. So this is the same as in importance, you know, so that's how. But right now I'm in, I guess you would say, transition. I've had the store 13 years, and I'm working 3 days a week, and my son is going to take over, and this is, everything's evolving, and in fact, I'm speaking Monday on vitamins. I'm getting out more and doing things more. The store has been like my appendage, I guess you might say. So now I'm having more of a life, which is why I made the effort to come here, and believe me, it was not easy. I worked from 10 to 1:30, and then I got somebody to come in and take the store so I could leave. But that's why I'm doing other things, because I have been so married to the store. But everything, if I stay with it, which I have, it's all work. I'm happy, and
That's fantastic.
it's transitioning.
When we met Karen first, she said, I'm just a house plant.
I was only a house-
How am I gonna run a business?
Yeah.
And then we did just like with Patricia, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it. And now you should see her commercials. She's on TV. You just have to watch TV and you see Karen there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all work, but I really think that taking that class, I mean, I hadn't had the store more than 6 months, had I, when I took the
No,
class?
it was brand new, I think.
And isn't it interesting that it came into my life exactly at the moment that I really needed it, because I really did not have any way, I don't think. I mean, I've been through quite a lot of stuff, as you well know.
Yeah.
And it's allowed me to actually get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Eileen been working with us for a long,
Very long time, too.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I think you did the first course about the same time, or right after. I think Karen did the course, and then the next course we did you in the next course. Yeah, that was second course we did down here.
And it was good.
Yeah.
I think when I was listening to Gina speaking, and I thought, you know, you get into self-responsibility, and then you simply have to say no to so many social conversations. You simply have to accept responsibility, do the square tongue where you simply don't criticize, condemn, you don't complain, and things become very different. You just simply don't participate the same way with other people, intentionally, energetically, spiritually. Everything changes, and it's a good thing, but you're right, it can be a little...
Yeah, because you don't fit in the way you used to.
Oh, heavens no.
And it's just developing something new, you know?
You have to make new friends.
And that is what happens. New friends and relationships do change. Everything actually changes. Like that. But as you were saying, you give up things too. It isn't, sometimes I found the more I do this and the more transformation, because this is about transformation. It's about spiritual empowerment. It's about becoming more integrated and having higher integrity. And things change. And I have to give up things for more new things to come in. I'm in seminary, I'm in my 3rd year, and I decided this semester I was giving up TV because I just couldn't manage what I needed to do with the program, exercises, the energizers, meditation, driving to Miami for school, studying, and working at church. I said, well, something has to go. So it'll be TV. But then not resisting and resenting giving that up.
Yes.
Just, okay, something has to go.
Yeah.
Can't sleep less than I get up at 5 a.m., so something has to go. Television.
Yeah. And knowing that it's your choice,
Oh,
that
yeah.
you're the one that decided that this is what you wanted to do.
That's
and
right.
that, you know, and you looked at it in terms of what's most important to me.
Non-denominational seminary out in Miami, which is
Okay.
a little bit of a stretch for a New Thought Unity girl.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And well, this program, I'm strong enough, I'm bold enough, I have enough discernment as I speak with the professor and the students that we can communicate well. Because theologically, there's quite a difference between New Thought and even progressive Christian thought, even liberal. It's quite different.
Absolutely, yes.
So that, I had to be pretty strong and pretty bold to take that step,
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And it's really, it's about health. It's about getting people healthy enough to make the changes and then stick with it. Once you can get the momentum rolling, I think that's one reason people pop off the program. You feel so good, the momentum's rolling, things are happening, and you think, well, rather than take an hour and a half a day to do the program, maybe I'll just spend more of that time doing this. And then the momentum slows, the top starts spinning, and then the gyroscope stops.
That's right.
And then
That's
you
a-
have it. We want to do
Continuing
more
to go
of.
forward.
I have more things on my plate than I can possibly tackle.
Yeah.
It's discernment to which to do and what to leave for later.
Yeah.
And that's the only
That's great.
proof that we can prove to other people why we're doing this, how we're doing it, whatever we're doing. They see our results. They see the change in us. Maybe they don't like it. Maybe they do like it. But that's the only proof that we can give them.
Very soon into the course, you have to accept self-responsibility for everything. And there's a really, really terrible thing that happens once you decide to be self-responsible. And that's, there's nobody else to blame.
Yeah.
And so it really, in a way, is a very lonely existence. And so that's why I feel the support of like-minded people is so important. Because if you're all being self-responsible, at least you can talk about it and you can be supportive of each other rather than, you know, sitting around and commiserating about the fault of the rest of the world, which is what most social groups tend to do.
Exactly.
So I think it is very important because it's a very, self-responsibility is really, in a sense, a very heavy burden to bear, especially when we haven't been raised that way and taught that way. Now, once you get into that mode of thinking, it's a very freeing concept because you and you alone are responsible in making all the choices. But when you've grown up for X amount of years without that concept, and all of a sudden that's introduced to you, and not only introduced, but somewhere along the way you accept that, there really is no turning back once you accept that. And it can be very lonely and very difficult and very self-deprecating in a lot of ways. So I think a support group of like-minded people is very important.
And personally, as a single parent, I'm gonna hit on as females. Okay, that loneliness hits a lot harder because they're, you know, the women here. Guess what? You're taking care of the houses, you're taking care of the kids, you're taking care, and these days you're having to work at the same time and stuff. So that loneliness is out there, and you know, this is something that has been an age-old problem for so long, and I think a system like this, we can help a great deal.